You find zone 2 cardio boring? Well, we're gonna switch that up because I'm gonna show you my method of how to keep zone 2 conditioning fun and exciting. All right, so listen, everybody now understands the benefits of zone 2 conditioning, your aerobic capacity work. You know that kind of 65 to 75% of your max heart rate, right? Which is not difficult, meaning most people are like, oh, it's boring. I'm gonna get on a bike. I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be at 130, 150 beats per minute. And it's like, they don't do it because it's boring. Well, this is what I do with myself, my clients, my athletes. And it's just much more kind of, I would say, entertaining and fun in a sense, right? It keeps you moving, changing exercises, but it keeps your heart rate in that range that you want to be. So it's important for you to wear a heart rate monitor. As always, I'm a fan of Morpheus, trainwithmorpheus.com, Joel Jamison's device, best on the market. And I will be able to check where I'm at, right? So I don't want to get my heart rate too high when I'm doing this. And that's what's a great way. I can regulate with my heart rate monitor. And listen, I'll give you more examples, but I'll give you a true example if I was going to do 45 to 60 minutes of zone 2, how to look like. For first 15 minutes, and again, you can make this shorter or longer depending on if you're a person that needs more variety, right? I'll usually go anywhere from 10, 15, even as long as 20 minutes doing multi-directional sled work. So a pace that's decently challenging. Again, I don't want to get my heart rate too high. So I'm just going to show you guys, like I would go all the way down and back, right? Which is about 20 yards. I'm going to shorten it up a little bit, right? And I'm just punching. Notice my tempo, nothing crazy. But when you go from 15 to 20 minutes, heart rate is going to get up there, but you don't want it to get up too high. I would go down and back this direction. I would turn around. I would go backwards. So again, we're doing multi-directional work, right? We went forward. Now I'm going to go backwards. I'll show you guys a couple of different variations. Because once you see how many different things you can do here, right? And notice zone 2, one of the things is that I should still be able to talk to you, right? If I can't talk to you because I'm so out of breath, I'm probably, at a higher heart rate than I want to be. And then I can go side step, right? This crossover step. So what's great about this is I'm also introducing different movement patterns. It's not repetitive, right? And that's great because guess what? We need that. We don't want to get stuck in one pattern. So I would do that nonstop. And if I had my straps here, I can also add some explosive rows. So for example, right, I'm just moving. So I show you guys 3 patterns. This is the 4th one. And we could even do a moving staggered press. So imagine now, whoop, my timer is up, 15 minutes. By the way, my heart rate's up. Nothing crazy, I'm still talking to you guys. Let's say now I choose a ski erg. And I'm gonna do tempo intervals. So, still gonna be aerobic, 30 seconds, I'm gonna go at a 6 out of 10. Okay, so again, not crazy. This is not meant to be like a high intensity interval, right? So I'm gonna push it a little bit more. Again, I should still be able to talk to you guys. And I like to switch things. Notice, I can change movement patterns here, right? I can step. So I'm just getting more variability, keeping this a little bit more. Again, I can go double here, almost at 30 seconds. And now it's 30. And now watch. I'm still moving. So for maybe 60 seconds now, I'm gonna still get a pace, but now I'm a 3 out of 10. The main thing is that I'm staying in this kind of zone 2, 65, 75 percent of maximum heart rate. And then once I did this for 60 seconds, I'd pick it up to a 6 out of 10 again. And maybe I'd go out to the side. Again, this is not, notice, this is not me cranking all the way, right? Far from it. So I'd go 60 seconds and then I'm back. Right, I'm still moving. So let's say that now 10 minutes on the timer is up. We're at 25 minutes, right? My heart rate's been pretty steady in that heart rate range that I want to be. Now, this is one that I love to do and most people kind of don't do. which is mobility at a faster pace. So I'm now working on, for example, starting my squat, but watch my movement, I would say pattern and my speed. So I'm gonna get my Spider-Man lunge, other side, downward dog, and I'm walking myself back. Posture up, but now I'm already out again, right? So I'm actually moving. So my heart rate is still higher from the cardio movements that I did on steered. And I'm moving at a pace, right? And again, I'm out. So now imagine doing this for 8-10 minutes. And I can add things in here too, by the way, right? There's no, I would say, kind of rules. Just want to work on mobility. Can add in some inchworms, walk myself up. Guess what? Guarantee you, we're checking my heart rate right now. It's probably in the 140s. All right, so again, you pick and choose because there's no rule to like, oh, you have to do it for 6 minutes. We just want a total time of keeping a heart rate in that range, right? This is another one I love, med ball circuits. Now, you've seen me do things per power, where I'm absolutely trying to go all out on this, right? Now, I'm just gonna go move, right? And I'm gonna choose 3, 4, 5 different exercises. And I'm gonna go in intensity. That's gonna keep my heart rate, again, in that 130, 150 beats per minute range. Depending on the goal, might go a little bit higher, might go a little lower. But let's start with, I'm just going rotational throws, but check my intensity out. Let me show you like an all out or close to all out intensity. All right? Versus my circuit is gonna be like this. All right, so let's say we get 5 per side here. We go rotationals. So see my tempo, see my power. I can still talk to you guys. But you can see I'm getting multi-directional movements. Not getting stuck in a pattern. I can get close to here. I can go a 2-step, shot put. But again, my power here, nothing crazy. Breathing through it. Right, I can go closer. I can choose my rep count here. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go back to these. All right, so again, how much time on the clock? 6, 8, 10 minutes. Depends on fitness level. Depends on, do I get bored quick enough? But now, think about all the different movements we've already done, okay? So I'm gonna show you 2 more. Again, this is a great example where now I'm gonna go to running drills. Think about your high knees, your skips, lateral slides, or karaoke. But again, I'm turning the nozzle down on the intensity so that my heart rate does not get too high, right? So if I was doing, I want to show you the contrast of if I'm at the end of my warm-up and going all out on my high knees, right? Right, I might have this really high intensity where I want to have good form, focusing on skill. Relax. Ten yards. What other movement pattern? Let's go skips. Just relax. Now I might go side to side. What's great is that Might go lateral slide. You can notice the intensity is low. Karaoke. The harder thing to do here is just to keep the intensity down, but keep the form good and not sloppy, right? Because I can actually work on my movement skills, go behind, or I can do anything. Because now I'm doing it at lower intensity, but I can practice the skill of things. And if I feel like my heart rate's getting too high, two things: a little longer breather, bring the intensity down. I can do just bringing the intensity down. Can I talk to you? That's the big question. So I'm staying in that zone 2. And I can work on any movement pattern that I want to, right? Again, this is much more engaging too, because now, guess what? I can do 10 yards, 15 yards. I can do 5 movements, 8 movements, right? Whatever it is that you want. Think about how much different movements we went through while still staying in those heart rate ranges. And now let's finish off with like a Jacob's ladder, or you're good. All right, and the reason I'm just choosing this one, because again, Airdyne bike was right there. Everybody's seen the Airdyne bike, but Jacob's crawl pattern on all fours, right? And again, just a different type of movement variability. This one, it's like the faster you go, the faster it goes, but I can keep it nice and slow and just stay in the heart range that I want to, right? So starting it, I can see a pace here, which is great. And again, this can get really, your heart rate can get high fast. So just keeping that pace where I can talk, I can breathe. And then I would go with this for example, 10 minutes, right? And the thing about it is like, if you wanted to switch it up every 5, no problem, right? If you wanted to start with 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, no problem, right? The biggest thing about this that I tell clients is how much do you get per week? So let's say we give you a goal of 90 minutes per week of aerobic capacity to zone 2. If one day you get 20 minutes, another 40, another 20, and it adds up to an hour and a half a week, awesome, right? And there's so many different ways to do it. And imagine if you're in a garage, some of the things that I've shown you today, how they would work, right? You could do ski erg if you have an Airdyne bike, movement drills for 10 yards down and back. Again, doing multi-directional, like doing mobility, right? Again, all at lower intensities. Now you're like, oh man, I can make it fun for myself and make circuits and stay within those zones and do what is really healthy for me, will help you with recovery. Like we know all the benefits of zone 2, right? But you can now plug it in without getting bored out of your mind and then not doing it, right? So with that said, use this method and system in your own training, right? If you want to look, feel, and perform more like an athlete, then follow this channel. And also check out this video on different methods of cardio, right? Everything, including aerobic capacity work, but we've got another 18 methods that you can plug into your conditioning, plug and play. I explain them in detail. So check those out. Subscribe to this channel. See you next time.